by being regarded as patriotic organizations and being used as the party's militia on the streets of Hong Kong. Many people accuse the police of acting just like the thugs and causing harm to the public without any concern or restraint. Hong Kong will end up becoming a repressive police state just like mainland China. They crush, manipulate, and destroy with impunity. They will do whatever they need to remain in power. Without a doubt, the CCP is the world's largest and most powerful crime syndicate. The Communist Party in Beijing oversees a modernized version of a classic Chinese imperial dynasty. The current CCP regime will not last forever. Dynasties never do, and the historical record in China is that they all die violently, as one journalist put it. We call on the Canadian government, the Canadian politicians, to scrap the failed policy of engaging with Communist China. Canadian governments, conservative or liberal, in almost 5 decades follow the policy of engaging with Communist China. Engagement was premised on the idea that as China's economy opened, its society opened, that democracy was going to come. But that policy is a real failure. In Davos, at the World Economic Forum, Mr. Xi laid out the world domination. One Belt, One Road, made in China, 2025, dominance, advanced manufacturing. We all have the moral responsibility to contain the Red Dragon. Stop Red China expansion in the South China Sea. Threaten the region's peace and prosperity. Ban Huawei. Shutting down Confucius Institutes. Investigate the harassing and bullying of university students in Toronto by the Chinese consulate-controlled thugs. It is clear that when there is a choice between democracy and communist dictatorship, people choose democracy. People's Republic of China would be nothing if it was not financed by Western capitalism. We urge Western political establishments, the financials, the corporates, to be responsible global citizens. Put the interests of people affected by China's growth ahead of monetary gains. Stop the PRC expansions in the South China Sea. Help to dissolve hundreds of detention camps of the Uyghurs, the Tibetans, and stop the persecution of the Falun Gong, the underground Catholic churches, and the evangelical Christians. We denounce China's meddling in sovereignty of Hong Kong. Freedom for Hong Kong! Freedom for Hong Kong! Freedom for Hong Kong! We denounce the unlawful detention and brutal treatments of millions of Tibetans, Uyghurs, the Falun Gong, and the underground religious groups. Freedom for Tibet! Freedom for Tibet! Freedom for Tibet! Freedom for East Turkestan! Freedom for East Turkestan! Freedom for East Turkestan! Freedom of expression! Freedom of expression! Freedom of expression! We denounce China's incursions into Vietnam and Philippines' territorial waters. Freedom for Vietnam! Freedom for Vietnam! Freedom for Vietnam! Thank you, Canada! 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 Thank you.